your energy is like sunshine. I definitely have 2 people over here that I could channel no problem for you, so I'm kind of excited to know who it is that you think you want to talk to, and either bringing the sassy lady through or this younger male, so we'll see. Give me the first name of your loved one that you would like to communicate with. Hi, Missy. Give me the first name of your loved one that you would like to communicate with who is no longer here in the physical world, and I will see what sign, symbols, communication I can bring from them. Okay, so now, we're all going to slow down the comment section so I can see all of Amanda's responses. If you guys ever want to re-watch this reading in the future, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is right at ktothemedium.com. Just hit the YouTube icon, bam, you're here, okay? And so she's wanting to talk to Bart. Bart tells me that he passed. I'm just going to start going. I'm going to start with the channel. You guys know how it is. And listen, when you guys see your readings back, it is zoomed in on the piece of paper. You guys get to actually watch me design your parchment. It's so much fun. Okay, Bart tells me he passes before his time. He tells me that it's this medical thing that kind of like comes up and gets him. He says it makes it feel hard to breathe toward the end. I was like, were you home at the end? He goes, comfortable. You can't stop me. I'm stubborn. Okay, he seems like very funny, sarcastic. He shows me a little bit of shakiness. I think this is like a father figure. I think it's something medical that has to do with like him getting shaky or him collapsing, or it almost seems like an oversleeping where he just gets tired and it progresses. And yes, he had cancer. Listen, cancer can't stop him. This guy is stubborn. This guy wants to get up. This guy will argue with the hospice nurse just because. He tells me, he goes, I didn't expect cancer to hit me that young. And so I'm like, well, we can't live forever. Not any of us get to be the exception. And you said he was my uncle, and then he says he's like a father figure as far as like being really like a soul connection and a piece of giving you advice, or you being able to really adapt his lessons of life without having to experience them yourself. And he says that was the biggest benefit in your guys' relationship. And he tells me to remind you that you have incredible amounts of intuition. So intuition can show up as something as simple as you talking to somebody and giving just the most perfect piece of advice, right? And every day you experience the human world, you experience the same essentially cycle with a different face on it. So when you're giving that advice or to a random friend, or you're walking yourself through day to day, pull off of what you know and the lessons that you've been through. The more you can pull off of him, the better guidance your own intuition plus him obviously will give yourself on a day to day. So this is big primary guardian angel energy. And you say everyone comes to me for advice because in the dark, when everything only matters with energy, you are the lighthouse, you are the healer, okay? And it's great being the healer. It's so great, right? But listen, what takes a healer? What does a healer do? A healer heals. A healer identifies, understands, nurtures, and heals, whether it's a conversation, whether it's overgiving yourself, whether it's over understanding, overcompensating, seeing the best in people, all those things, okay? But regardless, in order to be a healer, you have to have been damaged, okay? So us damaged, unique black sheeps, we are the healers. So I think this is really good. He's a primary guardian angel for you. He is loud and clear. How did he end up passing? Did we say how much why he ended up passing? Okay, so, yeah, he just reminded me cancer. I just had the reminder of cancer. I was like, how'd you end up passing? He just said he didn't think he'd have to go so soon. And then he tells me of potentially being at home or sleepiness, which shows the longevity of what we go through. Also, he says thank you. He had mentioned the hospice nurse. He had mentioned being at home. Thank you to anyone who took care of him toward the end of his life. He's really thankful. Loves to have a grumpy little attitude toward the end, but we're sore, you know. He was at home, and he went to sleep. So he's at home, already had this underlying cancer thing. This sign symbol right here that we drew is the medical stuff just kind of heaving back up to get us, okay? And then he talked about being comfortable, and he actually was home with cancer, and he went to sleep, and that's when it happened. So his ability to communicate exactly his experience exiting the physical world should show you truly how present he is in spirit, and I think that is so beautiful. So Amanda, he loves you. He validates you listening to yourself. Okay, you're an adult. Who are you afraid of? And then use your own encyclopedia to navigate yourself wholly and truly. You'll work through those trust issues you have with yourself, which has truly just been you over trusting the wrong people and knowing better. All right, but I love you. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for coming on, my dear. Also, your other guardian angel is just this older female that also had a hard time getting around toward the end. She's real sweet, and she has really cold hands, and she passes down jewelry, and she plays with my earrings. So I think that she passed down jewelry, whoever it is, and she goes, it was his sister. So he's over there with his sister. Everybody's reunited. Everybody's good, calm, and collected. Her name was Penny. I love that. She seems like a Penny. Very happy. Very happy. All right, Amanda, thank you so much for taking the time to get a reading with me. I'll see you next time.